Welcome. We are so glad that you all are here, joining us for the 38th annual 4-H Public Speaking County-wide competition. My name is Karen Henry, and I'm your University of Florida IFAS Extension Seminole County 4-H Youth Development Agent. And 4-H collaborates with local schools, community organizations, and volunteers to deliver research-based educational programming to Seminole County youth. Extension programming is made possible through county, state, and federal funding from the United States Department of Agriculture, the University of Florida, and Seminole County government. The Florida 4-H Public Speaking Program is just one of our Seminole County 4-H school enrichment programs where annually thousands of sixth grade students participate thanks to classroom teachers dedicating their time and energy into sharing the skill and the fun of public speaking. In addition to this program, we also offer other school programs, including Living on My Own, which is a financial management simulation, Healthy Hands, which focuses on hand washing and disease prevention, and Growing Gardens. At Seminole County Extension, we also serve adult audiences with educational programming in the areas of horticulture, Florida-friendly landscaping, health and nutrition, money management, sustainable agriculture, and food systems. So tonight, I invite you to sit back and enjoy the first place sixth grade finalists as they present their speeches. They will be introducing themselves one by one and sharing a few words of thanks to their supporters here tonight before we begin.
Hi, I'm Jacob Johnson. I'm from All Souls Catholic School, and I'm here to thank my dad, my mom, my grandma, my sister, my friends, my principal, and my teacher.
Hi everybody, my name is Rhys and Grady. Today I'm representing Orangewood Christian School. I would like to thank my mom, my dad, my brother, my grandma, my grandpa, my principal, Mrs. Miller, my teacher, my English teacher, Mr. Ralph, and my math teacher, Mrs. Ruda, and my friend Ansley for coming.
Hello everyone, my name is Maxwell Johnson. I am representing Holy Cross Lutheran Academy. My teacher, Ms. Polanco, came today. My administrative director, one of my English teachers, my parents, my grandmother, and a few of my friends.
Hello, my name's Lynn, and I am from Lawton Childs Middle School, and I want to thank my mom and my dad and my ELA teacher, Miss Greer.
Hello, my name is Laura Vasquez. I'm representing Jackson Heights, and I want to thank my beautiful family for coming and my awesome teacher, Ms. Hirsch.
Hello, everybody. I am Andras Reichel. I thank my parents, my sister, my friends, my cousins, my uncle, my language arts teacher, and that's all. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Harper. I'm representing the Masters Academy, and today I have my mom and my dad, my grandparents, my English teacher, and some of my awesome friends.
Let's give them another round of applause. We have got quite the crew here tonight. So before we get started, it is my pleasure to introduce our judges this evening. Tony Crothamel has been a resident of Seminole County for the past 40 years, originally from Pennsylvania and currently living in Lake Mary, where both of his sons reside as well. Tony serves as a 4-H volunteer and supports the program areas of leadership, personal development, and communication. Throughout his professional career for over 35 years, Tony was involved in the medical sales industry, where he held various senior-level executive positions, which included implementing corporate strategies and business development. He graduated college with a degree in communication studies, which emphasized public speaking, journalism, and public relations. Our next judge is Dorothy Mowbray. She has been involved in 4-H for most of her life. As a farm girl in North Dakota, she was in the Dakota Lakers 4-H group and competed in the Griggs County Fair for many years with cooking, sewing, and rabbits. Dorothy went to the University of North Dakota, graduating with honors with a broadcasting and political science double major in 3.5 years. She worked in radio in Grand Forks for many years until moving to Florida after she married a Navy submariner. Dorothy worked at various radio stations, interactive media, and TV in the Orlando area. She was pleasantly surprised to find 4-H a part of a large metropolitan area and excited that her daughter wanted to be a part of it as a grade schooler. Eventually, Dorothy even helped to teach cooking classes. Allie Linville is the Public Communications Coordinator for Seminole County's Community Information Division. She has over 5 years of experience in both communications and tour guide roles. Allie assists with innovative and effective messaging about Seminole County's programs and services to both internal and external stakeholders. Let's give our judges a round of applause. I would also like to give a huge thank you to SGTV, Seminole County Government Television, for assisting with setup and filming our event tonight. The competition will be available afterwards for you to share with your family and friends. So as a reminder, please silence all cell phones, and if you need to exit, please wait until between speeches. Also, as many of you might have seen when you came in, we have a little sheet. If you would like to post on social media, if you will please tag us, we would very much appreciate it, the information on your tags and your hashtags. So now, without further ado, I would like to begin the Florida 4-H Public Speaking Competition of 2023. Our first speech is going to be Laura Vasquez. Laura is a 6th grader at Jackson Heights Middle School. She has not been on earth very long, but she understands that all voices must be heard. She has a huge passion for social justice and education. She wants to make sure that everyone feels safe when they go to school. She is here to share her perspective as a middle schooler in the United States. Laura.
This is a code red. Words no one ever hopes to hear. Words I never hope to hear. Shootings are a huge issue in the U.S. What really scares me is that they're normalized. The voices of strong and brave survivors are being silenced. It's almost as if no one cares. I'm sure you have all heard many stories. Stories of teachers being harmed by their own students. Stories of children being killed due to accidents. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be scared of going to the mall, my favorite park, or even worse, my own school. How can we promise so many children an education without making it safe? How can we say, why are you scared to go to school? If every time we walk through our own hallways, we have to worry. I remember once during my 6th period, a period where I am trusted to take care of other students, a code red drill was announced. Everyone flooded the locker rooms. Some listened and were quiet, while others laughed, made sounds, and joked. The students and pit crew would ask me, "What's going on?" I know that they were confused. That scares me. How not many people understand the level of danger there is during a shooting. What's even more terrifying is that nothing has been done. Imagine spending $60,000 on whiteboards. Well, that's what Alabama is doing. These whiteboards are designed to shield and protect students during a shooting. Our government is wasting so much money instead of just passing a few restrictions for guns. It's really sad, because something that we are taught in kindergarten isn't being used. Problem-solving skills. It's like you have the option to control the big evil monster, but instead you feed it so that it becomes larger. I don't know if anyone realizes this, but by coming up with ways to protect ourselves from gun violence instead of normalizing it, instead is literally normalizing it. It's making sure that more people think that it should be something that happens. I would like to clarify. I am not against owning a weapon. It's a constitutional right. The problem is that any adult over the age of 18 can own a weapon. And if they're older than 21, they can own any weapon they want. Even war weapons that can kill hundreds in less than a minute. All shootings happen because an unstable person who shouldn't own a weapon is given one. Why are so many people in this country protecting their guns instead of their children? We are not just fighting for a safe education. We are fighting for our future, and we are fighting for our lives. If you want to make a difference, then please go to change.org so that we can urge our country's government to pass common sense gun control.
Way to go, Laura. Thank you. The University of Florida IFAS Extension Florida 4-H Youth Development Program uses a learn-by-doing approach to help youth gain the knowledge and skills they need to be responsible, productive citizens. This mission is accomplished by creating safe and inclusive learning environments involving caring adults and utilizing the expertise and resources of the University of Florida and the nationwide land-grant university system. Last year, Florida 4-H reached over 200,000 youth ages 5 to 18 through 4-H clubs, school enrichment programs, camping, and day camps, with the help of more than 12,000 volunteers trained by Extension 4-H faculty across the state. The Florida 4-H Public Speaking Program is just one example of a school enrichment program where a classroom teacher delivers 4-H curriculum in a classroom setting to our youth. Our next speech is Harper Cohn, who is a 6th grader at the Masters Academy. She loves to bake sweet treats, hanging out with her family and friends, and performs in local and school productions. Her favorite subjects are English and Bible because she loves to both learn and tell really great stories. Harper's family is incredibly proud of her and honored to call her theirs.
Homework. No, really, why homework? To quote the wise words of Jack Perletsky, homework, oh homework, I hate you, you stink. I wish I could wash you away in the sink. In the next few minutes, I will talk about why do we have homework, what is the impact of homework on students' lives, and why aren't we addressing this problem? What is homework really for? Why do we have to do it, and where did it come from? Well, I read an article about a teacher from older times who invented homework to punish his students. Yes, I also saw he gave it for studying reasons, but its primary purpose was for punishment. Side note, I do think studying is important, and I do not count it as homework. No, I'm talking about the hardcore stuff, like 20 math problems a night and long science worksheets. The majority of my homework is either just busy work that I already know how to do, or it's something that I have no clue how to do, and there's no teacher to help. What is the purpose? Is it for punishment? If so, then why do all of us have to do it? Well, the purpose of homework is unclear. The impact sure is. Most students have after-school activities, or at least wish they could, but they have a really hard time managing school, homework, and other things. Take me, for example. I was recently in a school play, which meant I was at school from 7:15 a.m. until about 6:30 p.m. When I get home, I really need to spend time with my family. And honestly, I need a break, not do 2 to 4 hours of homework. But I want to do well in school, and I want to be in a play. Doing homework doesn't make me better at school, but it does take away from important other things I should be doing as a kid. If homework is really this problematic, then why aren't we addressing this major problem? Why aren't our parents saying anything? Are we scared to say anything because we think that we're the only ones? Well, I'm here to change that. There has to be a better way, or at least a compromise we can make. I know that our parents and teachers only want what's best for us, and I'm certain there's a reasonable solution to this problem. Let's stand together and speak up. What will you do to make sure we keep school at school and home at home? Thank you.
Way to go, Harper. Did you know that 4-H grows true leaders? What began as a way to give rural youth new agricultural skills has grown into America's largest youth development organization. 4-H grows young people with essential life skills like confidence, courage, resilience, and curiosity, who are empowered and prepared for life today and tomorrow. 4-H serves every county and parish in America through our network of 110 land-grant universities and the cooperative extension system, with over 3,000 offices nationwide. Florida 4-H is in all 67 of our counties, and the organization is led by a unique public-private partnership, which includes National 4-H Council and the National Institute of Food and Agriculture within the United States Department of Agriculture. Our third speech is going to be Andres Reichel. Andres is 11 years old, and he is in the 6th grade at R Private School. He is an avid reader and enjoys spending time with his friends, playing outside and playing video games. In his free time, he also enjoys building Legos, playing sports, listening to music, and eating great food. Andres is bilingual. In addition to English, he speaks and reads Hungarian and visits his family every summer in Hungary.
Hard work is better. No, talent is better. Which is more important to you? Well, I believe that hard work pays off more in the long run. Once, my piano teacher assigned me a very complicated piece, and I felt like giving up. But I pushed through, and now I could play it in my sleep. It's actually one of my favorite songs now. As the famous former 4-star general and Secretary of State Colin Powell once stated, There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. But the flip side of hard work is talent. Think of a super successful person that does not work hard. Well, if you can't think of any, it's because there are none. Many people have talent, but waste it because they don't work hard. But if the two are combined, then success is within reach. Think of a major athlete. Do they have talent? Well, of course they do, but they also work really hard. Like Michael Jordan, he has talent but would not be the GOAT if he did not push himself to his zenith. According to the National Institute of Health, it takes 10,000 hours to become an expert of anything. Michael Jordan started practicing at the age of 5, and by the age of 30, he was practicing 5 hours a day. He also filmed Space Jam. All in all, he practiced for about 45,000 hours. But not only did he work really hard, he was extremely determined. Once, he had food poisoning before a big game. For those of you who do not know what food poisoning is, it includes vomiting and diarrhea. But despite suffering from both ends, he played till the end. Imagine you're not feeling well, but you still play in a major sporting event in front of millions. Imagine the pressure. I know we've all heard this many times before, but I believe if we put in the hard work, we could do anything. Thank you.
The start of 4-H began around 1900 with the work of several people in different parts of the United States. The focal point of 4-H has been the idea of practical and hands-on learning, which came from the desire to make public school education more connected to rural life. Early programs tied both public and private resources together to benefit rural youth. During this time, researchers at agricultural experiment stations of the land-grant universities and USDA saw that adult farmers did not readily accept new agricultural discoveries. But educators found that youth would experiment with these new ideas and then share their experiences and successes with the adults. So rural youth problems became a way to introduce new agricultural technology to the adults. A.B. Graham started one of the youth programs in Clark County, Ohio in 1902, which is considered one of the birthplaces of the 4-H program in the United States. The first club was called the Tomato Club or the Corn Growing Club. Tomato clubs for girls, so they learned how to properly can tomato and about food safety, and corn clubs for boys so they could increase their yield. They were soon showing their projects at after-school clubs and fairs across the state. By 1912, they were called 4-H clubs. The national organization was formed in 1914 when the United States Congress created the Cooperative Extension Service of the USDA by passing the Smith-Lever Act. In it, it included the charter work of various boys and girls clubs involved with agriculture, home economics, and related subjects. Over that time period, 4-H has grown to over 60 different 4-H projects. Public speaking, leadership, and gardening, just to name a few. Our next speech is from Maxwell Johnson. Maxwell is a young entrepreneur with desire to help young people succeed. As an honor roll 6th grader at Holy Cross, he is currently vice president of his middle school government. His hobbies include reading, spending time with his family, basketball, video games, and much more. He is super grateful and excited to be in this competition.
Hi, everyone. My name is Maxwell Johnson, and I am a student at Holy Cross Lutheran Academy. And what I'm going to be talking about today can possibly change your life. I'm going to help you realize that each and every one of you in this room has a superpower. No, it's not super speed or being able to fly, but the superpower that all of you have is, are you guys ready for this? Belief. That's right, belief. Now, by a show of hands, how many people have ever believed something would happen, then it happened? Okay. Studies show that believing something makes it more likely to happen. Walt Disney said that if you can dream it, you can do it. In the Bible, Mark 9:23 states that all things are possible to those who believe. Back in 2004, Dr. Emoto experimented with water and positivity. He found out that human consciousness affects the molecular structure of water. Do you guys know what this means? Yes? No? It means that according to this experiment, belief is so powerful that it can affect the molecules in our water. Pretty cool, right? You might be asking, why am I so passionate about my topic? Because I am a living witness. My business, Max's Motivation, made $1,000 in just 3 days because I believed that I could do it and because I put in the work. I also won a Nintendo Switch because I believed that anyone could do it, including you all, if you guys use your superpower of belief. Before you want to achieve something, remember that the first step is always belief. One can argue that believing and failing will lower your confidence level, but it will make you ready for the next time, mentally and physically. Some may think that you will feel disappointed with not receiving something that you believed for. But let's remember our scripture. All things are possible to those who believe. So the next time when there's an opportunity to believe, put hope in the possibility of belief versus fear of disappointment. That's it for me. And remember to stay happy, stay positive, and keep on believing.
Next speech is going to be presented by Rhys Lauren Grady. Rhys Lauren Grady enjoys playing volleyball and playing the piano. She loves acting in school plays and singing in the choir. 6th grade has been her favorite year so far. She has an older brother that she loves very much, as well as 2 dogs, a parakeet, and a gecko. Rhys.
So I think I'm really tall. This will work. Okay, does that work? No, yeah, it's good. Just tell me when. I'm good. We're good? Okay. What is the hardest thing to do? For me? Oh, it's definitely writing speeches. There's just so much to think about. I didn't even want to write a speech, but my English teacher said I had to, and my mom said I had to, so I didn't get a bad grade in English. But writing a speech was the last thing I wanted to do. It caused me a lot of stress and took up all my free time. First of all, when you write a speech, you need to write about something, and that was the hardest part for me. I can hardly ever think of a topic right off the top of my head. I'm usually very creative, but when I'm forced to be creative, I tried a bunch of different topic ideas, like a Starbucks idea. We're talking about how people are afraid to say speeches or glossophobia, but none of them worked out. I just stared at a blank computer screen, waiting for an idea to pop into my mind. I felt like my creativity was in brain jail. Second of all, I don't want to be spending all my free time and my weekend time and my after school time working on writing a speech. I have better things to be doing. I could be watching TV. I could be playing with a friend. I'd honestly rather be reading a book. Writing a speech is the last thing I want to do on weekends. But there is a pro. Now knowing that I do not like writing speeches, I can eliminate speechwriter as a future potential career. I guess I can just eliminate every career that has to do with writing speeches and coming up with topics. I'll just stick to some high-paying career. Although, if speechwriting is a high-paying career, maybe that'll motivate me to come up with more topics and write more speeches. In conclusion, I've learned a lot more about myself in this assignment. A, I learned I do not like writing speeches. B, I don't like coming up with topic ideas. And C, I will not be a speechwriter when I grow up. But if I do have to write a speech when I'm older, I hope I have enough money to pay someone to write it for me. But like I told my English teacher, Mr. Ralph, no one paid us to write our speeches. Thank you.
Way to go, Rhys Lauren. Did you know that the Florida 4-H program is thankful to over 10,000 volunteers who provide positive youth development experiences to young people in safe, inclusive environments? Volunteers serve many roles in our program, from being a 4-H club leader to serving as a member in our 4-H advisory committee, the 4-H Association. We also have volunteers who chaperone events, and there are even opportunities for volunteers interested in engaging on a short-term basis, teaching a one-time workshop. We also have club leaders and project leaders. And really, this event could not happen without the support of all of you. So I want to give a shout out to all of our teachers, school administrators, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, siblings. By a show of hands, how many people have heard this speech more than just tonight? So thank you all for supporting your young people and helping them get here. It is a big deal that you guys are even here at the county competition. So give yourselves a round of applause. Our next speech is going to be presented by Jacob Johnson. Jacob's favorite subject in school is science, and his hobbies include playing football and hanging out with his friends. Jacob is known to never forget a detail from a movie he's watched. He also enjoys going on vacation with his family. Jacob's favorite person is his older sister, Riley. Let's welcome Jacob.
So one might ask, why should I play flag football? Is it because I get to go outside and run around? Or could it be because I get to compete with other teammates? Let me continue to share with you more about why you should play flag football. First, the history. The history of flag football dates back to the mid-1800s. It used to be called touch and tail football. Flag football was developed on many military bases in the early 1940s during World War II. It was originally started for members of the military to play without getting injured during wartime. It is said to have been first recorded at Fort Meade in Maryland. Over time, flag football has expanded to the college level and can now be played nationwide. There are national flag football championships held every year. Why you should play. If you and your family like football, then you should try to play. And here are some reasons why. First, it is a no-contact sport, so you're less likely to get hurt. Next, it has most of the same rules as tackle football, but instead of tackling, you must pull flags to get it down. Another great thing about flag football is that it doesn't require the pads necessary for tackle. All you need is gloves, cleats, and a play guard. If you want to learn how to play, you can sign up for camps or clinics if you want, and sign up for your school team if you have one. These things can teach you a lot about flag football. Speaking of that, let's talk about what you can learn from flag football. Some things you can learn are first, teamwork. This teaches you how to work as a team. Next, you learn the value of practice. Practice helps you get better and gets you ready for the game. This helps with your physical health, which means you won't get as many cramps or lose your breath as quickly. Lastly, you learn the value of good sportsmanship. This is the most important skill to learn in basically every sport. Once you learn this, you will understand how to congratulate the other team if they won. And if you lost, just remember to keep your head up high and be thankful you even got to be there. Going back on everything, flag football is a fun and exciting game where anyone can play if they want. And just remember to be grateful for your team and the way you played. Thank you for your time.
Way to go, Jacob. Many young people are involved in 4-H through 4-H clubs. So what exactly are 4-H clubs? Clubs are the foundation of the 4-H program. It is a group of 5 or more youth guided by at least 2 adult volunteers. A club can be any size, from as small as 5 a small group of kids from one neighborhood to a larger club consisting of youth from all over the county in a bunch of different areas. Clubs can be community-based with a focus on general projects or specific to one project area. So you may have a 4-H club with youth that are learning about the environment, clothing and textiles, and leadership. Or you may have a club where all the youth in the club are learning about horses. Clubs may meet in a variety of ways, such as during an after-school assembly or at a community center. Clubs also meet for shorter periods of time. So what happens at a club, you may ask? In addition to 4-H clubs focusing on a variety of projects and activities of interest, 4-H members also have the opportunity to build skills such as leadership by electing their club officers, conducting their own business meetings, working together in the community on community service projects, meeting new friends, and most importantly, having lots of fun. Our next speech is going to be presented by Emma Lynn Morris. Emma Lynn is an active 6th grader involved in dance team at her school, as well as multiple classes at her dance studio too. When not dancing, she loves to research her next possible pet. She loves animals of all kinds and hopes to one day be a veterinarian.
For as long as I can remember, I've been fascinated with animals, constantly begging my parents for pets. I've tried everything: slideshows, sticky notes hidden around the house, and just repeatedly talking about it. All just desperately longing for that one word: yes. Now, currently, I want a chameleon, but that's a story for another time. Today, let's talk about the pets I do have: a dog named Georgia, a rat named Stitch, and a crawfish named Sushi. I love all of my pets, but for different reasons. Number 1, my dog Georgia. As you may know, dogs are energetic, loving creatures. As Josh Billings said, a dog is the only thing that will love you more than himself. I love going on long walks, just me and my dog, or playing in the backyard, just me and my dog. From running her zoomies in the backyard to secretly spending the night in my room, she's perfect. Now, what about my pet rat, Stitch? And I know what you're thinking: dirty, smelly rodents. But you're wrong. Rats are extremely intelligent and clean little animals, always wanting a little snuggle. His fluffy black and white fur rubbing against my neck is more calming than you would think. Whenever I'm having a bad day, all I have to do is put him on my shoulder and tell him about my day. Stitch's cage is in my room, so when I'm falling asleep, I don't feel alone. Stitch is with me on my bed, around the house, and even when I'm brushing my teeth. Stitch is always there for me, no matter what. Finally, we have Sushi, my electric blue crawfish. If you don't know what a crawfish is, it's sort of like a miniature lobster, only blue. Sushi is so relaxing to watch swim around and hunt for food with his little pinchers. Him with his exquisite bright blue features just make me feel so good inside. A pet is more than a simple animal. It's a beloved family member providing numerous benefits to the owner and their family. From running with a pet to snuggling to watch grow and live is the most extraordinary experience one could have. I'm so thankful my parents allowed me to have the pets that I have, and maybe you too should consider welcoming a new furry friend into your life.
Way to go, Emmeline. And let's give all of our participants another round of applause. Nice job. Thank you so much for being here tonight and supporting your young people, especially to our teachers, school administrators, parents, family, and friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the support of your young people. They all did a fantastic job. So we are now going to present our top 3 awards, and our judges are going to hand those out. When your name is called, if you will come to the front and say standing in the front here to make sure we get an opportunity for photos, the judges are going to be handing out those awards. And for all of our participants, it is a big deal that you guys were even here at the county level competition. So well done. So we are going to start with our 3rd place winner, and that goes to Andres Reichel. Yeah. Then if I could have her come in, yeah. And then you'll stand right there. Perfect. Awesome. Our 2nd place winner is Lynn Morris. And our first-year winner of this year's Florida 4-H Public Speaking Competition, powered by FPL, is Maxwell Johnson. Thank you all so much for being here. We appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening.